Hello once again everybody, and welcome back to my Character Crusade Unbound Season 2 Let's Play featuring Alusell, the Alteration Swordsman, and Eric the Slayer, his porter, and Raya, his long-lost sister. Alright, so where are we? What are we doing? What's going on? Okay, so a few episodes ago, in fact I think it was the Part 3 finale, Halldir visited us outside of Forelhost, next to our campfire, and told us that how did I say it? That the path to our true potential begins in Helgen. We've never been to Helgen. Apparently there's something important over there that Alusell needs to see. And he figures why the hell not, since Danica Purespring and Whiterun is sending him over to Orphan Rock over here to retrieve an ancient dagger named Nettlebane from a Hagraven there. And that will unlock Danica as a restoration trainer for us, which will be very convenient going forward. So here we are at the Guardian Stones, pretty close to Helgen. And we shall see what comes of that. So how's everybody doing? I am doing well, enjoying this weekend. I'm going out of town again on Thursday, so I have the next 3 days to try to wrap all this stuff up and get Alusell's story put together in a very minimal form for the Character Crusade finale. Which is, I think it's like the 30th, I'm thinking. So yeah, the next coming up Monday, I believe. And I think we have some good story pieces here, and I really want to share them, so I'm doing everything I can to get this thing wrapped up in time to have a decent representation of it for the podcast, for the live stream podcast, which I'm really looking forward to. I want to see how everybody else is doing too. Okay, so we're coming up on Helgen out there in the distance. Before we get there, though, I wanted to address something from the last episode, the Caranthir Tower tour. Say that 10 times fast. That tower, by reading some of Lorcan Caranthir was the original creator of that tower. Reading some of his journals that kind of made themselves available as I restored parts of the tower, it turns out that he used the tower to research magic. He got himself into trouble with some dark magic, and that ended up being the end of him. The very last journal entry that we got from restoring the desk in the Mage's Quarter with the recruitment ledger, it said that now his only purpose was, or his only hope was, that the tower became fully restored by somebody worthy to reside in it. And that's happened. We actually got to see Lorcan's ghost one more time at that desk, reading through that journal before he disappeared. So I think that really fits the theme, the overall theme of this story, is that a lot of these lost and forgotten souls from Tiber Septim's early days, sort of regrets that he's had, that he wasn't able to quite do right by people in the past, and Halldir's as well, and Olaf's regrets, are all being cleared up. All these loose ends are being tied up that they were that they had regretted for close to an eternity now. And Alusell is cleaning all that up. He's releasing all these spirits so that they can rest in peace properly. And that was no exception. Restoring that tower released Lorcan's spirit to wherever he was going. Probably not Sovngarde, since he was a high elf, but that probably made Halldir very happy. Just as the lovers at Juker's monument their spirits were released. Juker himself at Old Hroldan was released. So yeah, these ghosts of yore, so to speak, are getting some justice after all these years, probably millennia. So let's see what we got over here, huh? Approaching Helgen. Oh my god. That's a dragon. And it's a big one. Okay, so that dragon was much larger. Here he goes, flying right over Riverwood, heading toward Whiterun. Okay, so that dragon was way bigger than the one that we saw at Caranthir, which was really nothing more than a magical construct. Kind of a dragon golem, if you will. Or golem. And much more menacing as well. And what was he doing here in Helgen? Okay, well, if that wasn't what Halldir sent us here to see, then I don't know what was, because that is probably the most significant thing he's seen in his life, let alone here in Skyrim. And he's seen a lot. Okay, so this place is demolished. That dragon really tore this place to shreds. Oh, what devastation. Adventurer's Journal. Alright, what does this have to say? You know, I gotta cycle through all of my books. I gotta thin these out. Go back to the tower and unload some of these non-skill books here. Let's see, Adventurer's Journal. I passed it up. There it is. Okay, we don't have a super long episode planned here, so let's go ahead and read through this, huh? This journal contains several updated entries. I don't know what that means. First entry. Hard to believe I filled up that whole journal already. I never realized how much of Cyrodiil I hadn't seen yet. So much diversity, yet so much destruction from the Great War. A lot of history has been lost here forever. The expedition is ending soon, and everyone will be returning home. I have one last task to perform before I do the same. I'll send the other journal ahead with my supplies and the artifacts we recovered. Second entry. I've received word from my contacts in Skyrim. All seem quiet for now, probably for the first time since High King Torygg was killed. I should be able to make the crossing quietly enough during the night, so long as there are no Imperial patrols to deal with. So an excavation here, and for some reason he's got to sneak across the border. Third entry. So much for being discreet. I crossed the border near a small village called Helgen and made my way up to Darkwater Crossing. Unfortunately, I can't get back to my camp now because the area has filled with Imperial patrols. It seems they are searching for someone very important. If I'm not mistaken, someone they intend to ambush here. This could be the very thing I'm seeking here in Skyrim, but crossing the border in the dead of night without passing through the checkpoints has turned out to be a very bad plan. I awoke early this morning with an Imperial sword pressed against my neck. A patrol found me camped under a rock outcropping on the edge of the volcanic marshes. I guess I wasn't as well hidden as I thought. I have no idea where they're taking us, but I've been stuffed into the back of a rickety old cart being pulled by an even more rickety-looking old nag. At least they let me keep my journal. For now. Fifth entry. Shore's bones. If I only had known sooner. The ambush. The captives in the cart with me. Stormcloak rebels, led by none other than Ulfric Stormcloak himself. There's no time to explain properly. I scarcely believe it myself. If it hadn't been for the dragon, I'd not even be here to write this down. Yes, a dragon. Big, black, as large as the towers of the keep itself. It swooped in out of nowhere and laid waste to the village and the keep. General Tullius didn't take my head today, or the heads of several Stormcloak rebels, but that doesn't matter now. Hadvar and Ralof set aside their differences to help the survivors. They went into the lower keep hours ago. Something about caves with a back entrance. I don't think they're coming back. I'll have to see if I can get out of the city and down to Riverwood. Someone needs to warn them. This building won't remain standing for much longer. I still can't believe it. A dragon. Straight out of the legends. Nobody back home will ever believe me. Oh, I think they might. Eventually. Okay, so what does the quest log say to do here? Investigate the cave mentioned in the journal or warn the residents of Riverwood about the dragon attack. I found a journal on a burned corpse in Helgen. If I hadn't seen it for myself, I would never have believed what's written here. A dragon attacked Helgen. It flew right over me, heading north toward Riverwood. It mentions 2 soldiers. They're not really Alusell's responsibility. He wants to keep himself out of this war effort. He doesn't want to be pulled into the war. That would be pretty terrible for him. So he's just going to head straight to Riverwood. Sorry for the Hadvar and Ralof fans out there. Alusell just can't be bothered. I don't think he would either. He's got his mind set on Orphan Rock here, and then once he's done with that, he's going to speed back to Riverwood and make sure they're okay. He's going to follow the dragon's path here, probably back up to Whiterun, and just see where that path takes him. Okay, so yeah, interesting, huh? Alusell right now is wondering how this is the start to a path to his true potential. It's a dragon. It's not like some sage magic trainer or swordsmanship trainer. Nothing that's really going to make him stronger. It's just a dragon that leveled a building. I mean, if Halldir were upfront about this, saying that, okay, now he's going to need Alusell to take care of this dragon situation before taking on either Hevnarak or Vokun, that would be one thing. But if Halldir is really just lying to him to get him to come here and kind of sneakily take care, or like kind of coyly rope him into this whole dragon situation and clearing these up, then that's pretty rude. But Halldir hasn't really steered him wrong before. He's been pretty honest with him. So he's not sure. He's not sure that that's the case. He's got his doubts that that Halldir would do something as dishonest as that. Now, I know they have runes scattered around this area, so we got to be careful. Oh, I hope she wasn't going to need that. Oh, I should quick save here too, huh? Oh, there's a rune right there. Steer clear of that. And I know there's another hag up here somewhere, and a hag raven across that little tree bridge there. I tell you what, this ward has been quite useful. I've used it with other character concepts before. But with Vancian magic here, it really negates ranged magic of your enemies. It's great. You can keep a steadfast ward up the entire time. Alright. What do you got, sister? Really? That's all you got? Yeah, it's been quite a useful tool, and I think it will be too, since we're getting ready to unlock dragon spawns. It worked quite well against the dragon at Caranthir Tower. It held up quite nicely, I think. Okay, so I think we've cleared the area of the Hagraven and her cronies. Let's loot everything we can here. Alusell needs his money. Training ain't cheap, especially at level 38. Ugh. I really need to unlock some perks and get the spell, the Detonate Lock spell. Which will be quite useful since my alteration skill is capped at 200. Or uncapped at 200, I suppose I could say. I think that spell actually goes... It allows you to unlock locks based on your level of some kind of offset of your alteration level. Really? That rune's not gonna pop? Oh, jeez. That was so weird, wasn't it? How come the spell wasn't... Maybe I'll just avoid it. I don't think looting this last body over here is even really that much worth it. Well, luckily I made a quick save just right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Let's see what this Hagraven had for us here. I forgot what I was saying. That was annoying. But anyway, yeah, wards are great. Oh yeah, Detonate Lock. Yeah, it operates off of an offset based on your alteration skill, what level of locks it can open. So I'm wondering how that'll work with an uncapped alteration skill. If I get it high enough, I wonder if I can unlock master level spells with, or master level chests with it. Could be valuable. Alright, so we got this ancient dagger that Danica has asked us for. Nettlebane. Looks kind of like an ebony blade, except older. Some kind of different material. Almost looks wooden, doesn't it? Interesting. Kind of gross. Okay, well that's it. Kind of a short episode this time. But I thought it was important to show what Halldir wanted Alusell to see. And I think it's still important to note his words that the path to your true potential starts in Helgen. I think most of us know what that means at this point. We've been through Skyrim enough and the main quest enough to know what that entails. Alusell doesn't know it yet, so we're going to explore that a little bit. I'm probably going to just tear through this main quest super quickly, but I will go ahead and make sure that I'm recording significant points of that main quest, especially in especially significant when taking into account how Alusell is going to interpret it. I know that's a little cryptic right now, but I think it'll become more clear later on as we record more of these episodes. I think the next episode that I'm going to record is going to be the Western Watchtower, when Alusell absorbs the dragon soul and learns that he may be something called Dragonborn for the first time. So yeah, until then, hope everything is well with all of you, and happy playing yourselves, and I will see you next time. Thanks everyone, bye.